guys, this is DFXS. Welcome to TFX family, and I believe that guys you are all doing good. And in today's video, I just want to cover something that is very important that will help you understand more of our systems or our EA and how you can do fast scalping. You know, you can work with our default setting, but it's good also to help you see or understand how you can adjust some setup for more of scalping, especially when using our break filter setting. So in this video, maybe it's gonna be very short because I just want to go direct to the things that you can adjust. The only thing that you can adjust for quick trades. So let's say, for example, let us pick this one. This is TFX MT5 Alpha Gold. We have the minute 5 single time frame. So for this one, we go to minute 5. All right, guys, then you attach the minute 5 time frame. Let me open another chart. You can go, let's say you're trading even V75, you go to minute 5. It's very simple. Then you attach a TFX Alpha Gold minute 5 single time frame. Remember, when we are using single time frame, it's a single time frame. We talked about the handles. So this one, it's just a single time frame. And as you can see on my single time frame here, MT5 here, it is Alpha Gold. And I just want to share something very important here. I'm looking where our super zone is. Our super zone, it's here. All right, guys, you can see it. It's very far. Let me adjust something like this one. You can see it is very far from here to this place. And let's say, for example, this one, you're gonna wait for long before the EA taking the trades, though it is very, very, very safe and very, very profitable. But this one is for those who want to trade in minute 5 and they want for more profit or to hold for more profit. But there is some, they cannot be patient with that. As you can see from here, there is no entry here. There is no a buy entry. And this tells you that it can only sell when the EA hits our support, our resistance from this area. There was a sell. Let us scroll. Oh, it was so far, man. It was very far. All right. Let us not go all that way. So let's say, for example, you are not patient from here, waiting, there is no buy signal here, and maybe you'd like the EA to have scalping here. It's very simple to any of our system. And because let's say this is MT5 Alpha Gold, I'm going to show you the difference between MT5 Alpha Gold and MT4 Alpha Gold when it comes to set a fast or a quick signals. So you just right click on your chart, go to indicators, then TFX sub D or super zone. You can adjust this one into 88.8. All right, guys, 88.8 for both long trade and short trade. All right, so you just click OK and see if we can get a super zone here. You can see automatically it has appeared at this area. Let me bring it again, our single minute 5 single time frame, and see that there is no support at this area. All right, guys, as you can see, the default setting, there is no support or what we call demand at that area. This is why it's called TFX sub D. There is no demand there, so it was only the signal. And if you really want to have a quick signal, I would advise you to use 88.8 or 98.8. So that is up to those two signals. They are very fast. Let me set my what I do love, 88.8 or 98.8. So after setting that, you just click OK, and you'll find that we will have bank this buy signal at this area, as you can see. Now, in MT5 Alpha Gold, you also need to double click, because if you have set here 88.8, you are supposed to set the same setting on your EA. So you double click here on your EA, or you right click, you go to expert advisors. All right, guys, you go to expert advisors, and then go to properties, all right? But the shortest way, it is just to double click here in this corner where the EA is, you double click, all right? You go to the setups of super zone, where it is this one, short trade and long trade. Remember, we set on our chart 8.8, so you must merge the perimeters from the one that you have on your chart. They must merge with the one that is supposed to be in the EA, so that they can merge or they can work together. So if I click OK, then you have to click to unpause auto trading, then save the template, all right? Let's say, for example, you save it minute 5, or let's even represent this, replace this minute 1. So this tells us now in minute 1, we are using, after that, don't forget, again, to activate your algo trading or auto trading at this place. Then let's see, then go to minute 5, again, bring our, we replace it with minute 1. You can see, let us bring our setting here, right click on here, you'll find we have the 88.8. And if we double click here, you will find that still it is 88. Where is it? You'll find it that it is 88.8. Remember, every time you change the settings in MT5, not in MT4. There's no, in MT4, everything is cool. But in MT5, every time you do reset your settings, always remember to deactivate the auto trade, then you save the template. If you you save when the auto trade is on, you're gonna miss some setups, some settings. They might not work or work as you saved. So it is good to remember that. So again, let us go again, because it is a class, this one, it is good to understand minute 5. So you'll find, let me go to minute 5, a normal one. Let me try to see if I can get the one that is very far. Yeah, let's bring this, it's still there. All right. I just want you to see if I bring this 350, let's see how, let's bring our normal minute 5, still having there. What about the one with single? Another good example is here, our default setting that we sent you guys with the EA. It is minute 5. You can see now it's still there. So I'm trying to search if we can get the one again that the super zone are far, and see what, like this one, there is no super zone here. Let's see if we would have take or got this sell signal. In fact, you can adjust to any setting that can merge or give you whatever you want. You can see we have it here, but we don't have the signal here. This is why I love the 8.8, because it will give you a perfect entries, and at least you can do a lot of scalping by the end of the day. And that does not limit you guys to set any of the setting. Let's say you can say, let me use 48.8, because this is another 48.8. Again, if I click OK, we still don't have the signal. So you can adjust the perimeters, and every time you adjust the perimeter in MT5, if we have said that it 48.8, remember, you must come at this price, short trade and long trade, and set it the same perimeters that, or period that you have set your indicator here on chart. So let me show you the difference between MT4 and MT5. This is minute 5. Let's go to minute 5. Let's say, let us bring our, or let me open a new one and go to minute 5, bring our template. Yes, in minute 5, so many people now they are using this one, minute 5 with the break filter. Let me right click here and the indicator. So you can see for MT4 also we are using 88.8. And if we are using the normal one, we have it minute 5, where is minute 5 single time frame. And if I right click, you will see that the settings here is 148, all right. and you can see there is no sell here. But when we use our 88.8 break with break filter, you can see we have the resistance here, so we would have bank this sell. But the difference now here in MT4 or in MT4, whenever you do any changes, let's say for example 8.8, it's just sorry, 48.8, let's say 48.8. This is an example. All right, let me click OK. Let me click OK here. Now this is 48.8. If you do any changes here we don't post the auto trade. This one is good. You can save it and rename the templates the way you want. Also in MT4, there is no settings in AlphaGold that you're going to set up there. No, there is no any setting you're going to set up there because we are using the Super Zone X2. But if you are using the Super Zone 1, maybe you can change the according to the hours. And also if you are using the Agatha, the same thing. So for here, it is a matter of what you change here. So in MT4, there is not complicated. You don't need to post anything or to change any super zone settings in EA. But in MT5, the setting you gave or the perimeter you give on your chart, it is the same perimeter that you are supposed to give on your EA. So let's go again. Let me remind you one thing about the MT5 because some have this DFX Alpha Gold MT5. Let me delete this one so that I can guide you guys on how to set your break filter in MT5 for minute 5, because we want if the EA if the zone is broken, then you would like the EA to take profit or maybe to take a small loss, then wait for a new signal, or maybe to continue with the buy setup. So let us say, for example, we are going now to adjust this to minute 5 with break filter, the same thing we did in MT4 Alpha Gold. So let's say, for example, let us give it the real settings. We go there for 48, not 48, 88.8, and I told you can use also 98.8. All right, 98.8, or you can use 88.8, the same thing that is there on our MT4. All right, guys, so this is 98.8. Then you write okay, you set okay. Then we go here, and remember we have to set these setups to 98.8 because that is the perimeter we set on our chart. Now let's go and set now the what we call the setups of break filter. So number one, remember this one, now we are going to set close by signal. All right, here we have the close by opposite signal. Here close by opposite order, and also close by signal. We are going to use that one. Then we have the exit by zone. Exit by zone, we set it true. All right, guys. Then we are going to disable, let's say we are going to use the strategy 1 and strategy 5. So 1, 2, 3, deactivate 4. We are going to use 5 and deactivate 6. So when using the break filter, we are trying to work with good management. So we activate just the strategy 1 and 5, and this means like it's two robots in one account. All right, guys. All right, after setting that, and we have activated this one, remember exit by zone. Let me remember another thing here. The one that is remaining is break filter, because we have to filter this the pips. This is 30 pips. All right, you can set it 20 pips. After breaking the zone, let's say, remember what we said, after breaking this zone, let's say there was a buy entry here. but the market went against you. Instead of hitting maybe your stop loss, or maybe your stop loss is very far, and we want to be very sure that it has to close, or it have to close with a small signal losses. So we can set there 20 pips, you can set there 5 pips, then after breaking. But this one, because it's MT5, and maybe some people are using maybe let's say, for example, you are using some of indexes, it's good to set 30, because 30 pips is very small or whatever, and this is not a big loss. Or maybe you can set 20 pips. 20 pips is good for in MT5 if you are not trading normal currencies. If you're trading normal currencies, then in break filter, you can set like 5 pips or 10 pips according to the setups we have for MT4 also. So here, because we have a boom 1000 every BCD, it's not a big loss closing with 20 pips. It's not a big loss according to my experience. Now you can set there 20 pips now for break filter, and the other settings I showed you at the beginning. Then remember here, pips entry, you will set it 0. And remember the settings we used in MT4. Let's say, for example, it has break this one, and maybe there is a resistance here. You want it to continue or to sell immediately after closing with this sell. You want it to take the sell trading. From that time, from that, where is our where is this zone limit? Yeah, we're here. We're gonna set here like 200, because it's gonna count where 200 bars to check where the zone is. So if it gets the zone with less than 200 candles, then automatically it will close the buy and enter the sell. All right, guys. So in MT5, that is the only thing you would like to set. Here we are going to set it 1. All right, you can use zone shift 1 or zone shift 2, and I do believe you know the work of zone shift. All right, guys. So that is the only thing you really need to set. But if you want the EA to close the order and to wait for a fresh signal, let's say, for example, here you can just set 2, and here 2 here zone shift, and here zone limit, you can set it into 10, and go to pips entry, check for this pips entry, and again set it like 50 pips. That means that it's gonna wait for another 50 pips and check if there is a signal, then it can enter into the market with a fresh entry. So it is good to understand that it's not hard, it's very simple, guys. With this simple video, you can understand how to do some adjustment and trade like no other, and bank money like no other. So guys, that is how you can set the good setups for AlphaGold for MT5, set it with break filter. So after finishing doing all that, and after finishing do all that, remember, you can save now. I told you, pause your auto trade, then save. All right, then you can set this minute 5. Where is this minute 5? Now it is minute 5 single time frame, TF. All right, guys, with, let's say, for example, you say with break filter. All right, you can say with break filter. You can just even rate break F, because this one it determined with what you want to save. So if I click OK here and bring like this boom 500, and then I can now activate my auto trade and go with minute 5 with the break filter. So I can if I click like that one, let me right click, you'll find that this is 98.8, the same setups we set. Then again, let's go to our robot. You'll find that all the EAs or the strategies are deactivated except strategy 1 and strategy 5. All right, guys. Then when we continue, you'll find that we have here minute zone filter 2 and zone here. Again, let us continue. We have our pips entry 50. All right. We have our break filter 20 pips as we said. Then let's go to exit by zone, you can see it is true. So by doing that, changing some setups there, it will give you everything that you need. Then you set up that thing. So let's go, for instance, again, let's go when working with the Renko, because it has also a Renko option, and see what we can do. So let's say, for example, I choose Renko file 1 for 1 hour because it's the best also. All right, guys, let's say, for example, we change the Renko here. All right. And we want now to have this break filter, as you can see, and we want to do professional trading using the Renko at this place. Let me right click here and to see if we have trade here. Let's say, for example, 7.8 to see if we can get support here. Wow, it's just an example. I just want to show you the settings you can set. This is for just demonstrating. All right, I'm trying to show you that you can play with these setups for this perimeter. No, we wanted the one with 7.8 7.8, because we want to have the support here, because now we want to do it professionally. All right, guys, let's zoom it like this one so that you can see the setup. Also remember, we said with this setup, again, this is the Renko. Let's say, for example, you can go direct to this one for break filter, but this one, because it's for the Renko, it will have a different setting. It won't be like that one for MT5. So for candles, sorry. So let's say, for example, here we say it's 7.8. All right, 7.8, then click OK. All right, so again, we go to our setup here. We will like to set, where is this, 7.8. All right, 7.8. And we said, let's say, for example, we want, after the EA breaking the zone, we want the EA to enter into opposite, continue with the opposite signal. We can say the pips here, we can set here 20, the same it is. But for this one now, when it comes to closing, there is something we are going to add, just because now this is, it is a Renko. We have something we called, where is it? Close by formation. So here we are not going to use close by signal. Here we are going to close by formation. This is if you want the EA to close with formation of 2 or 3 candles of opposite. So if we say also close by signal, we mean that if we have a buy signal and we got a sell signal, it will close but with that signal and open with the opposite signal. But if we set here close by formation, if there was a sell, it will close with opposite formation with just like 3 bricks. All right, 3 bricks, or according to the setups of formation. And I have shared that in another video. So to me, I would like it to close with opposite signal, but I just wanted you to understand about close by formation. I have covered that in a lot of videos. So this one is just close by signal. We will let it close by signal, the same things that we're using also on our candle chart. Then from there, you just set click OK, and you deactivate the auto trade and save this template. Let's say we call this template 4444444, whatever. All right, one thing you should know, you are supposed to highlight that 44 and copy, then save that template with 4444, whatever. All right, now in this, where we get our Renko file, you double click here, we save here that template we copied there for 4444, we pasted there. All right, I will just tell you why. Then we click OK. Maybe some people they never watched that video. Then we save this template. let's say we save the template of a Renko file with the Renko. Let's say we say Renko 44, yeah, so that we can remember it is the Renko file that contain the setups of 44. So here we can say Renko, here Renko file, all right, and save the Renko file. So the reason why we do that, it's because if now, let's say I open this one, and now we can deactivate there and bring the Renko file 44, this one. It will bring us the template that we saved with the settings that we want to work with in a Renko chart. So if I click this one, it is simple as that, all right? It is simple as that. It will load the Renko with the settings that we set in that template we call 444. All right, guys? Give it a minute to load because it must collect all datas. There we go. If we right click now and open this place, you'll find that we have our setup of 744. All right, the same setup because that is the work of our Renko file. And if we go there down, I don't remember if we changed to, yeah, we still have it 7.8, the same setups we do there, so that you don't repeat the same process randomly or every time. So it will be easier for you every time when you are doing so, or when you are loading the template, it will be easier for you. The way you saved your template with the Renko file 44, it will bring the template with the same setup. So that's how simple it is, and that's how we love our Renko file, because if you give it command saving the setups the way it should be, then it will be easier as that, and it will bring all setups the way you like it. So guys, I do believe now you have learned something, and now you can adjust those perimeters from our super zone to get entry and protect your account by using break filter, and then you can protect your account and you can bank like no other. Remember, we share even our result there. You can see even 0.01 can make even more than $100 in a single day, while it protecting your account, even closing with small losses that are less than 5 pips. And remember, we have also the setups I think I have already shared about how you can trade even with the zero risk if your broker does not maybe have that those what we call spreads and other stuff. So guys, that's how it is, and I do believe you loved the video, and thank you so much. And once again, welcome to TFX family. Thank you.